fundamental purpose of leadership, what the leadership is a leader is ultimately trying to accomplish. Above all else, this is what a leader is trying to accomplish. They are trying to have their verbal behavior transformed into action by their followers. Fundamentally, that's what it's all about. A leader is trying to get their verbal behavior transformed into action by their followers, or in your case, by employees. Step number one, identify, communicate, live, or inhabit your core purposes and assumptions and values. In this field, our field, which I consider to be the field of behavioral services and science, I often try to assume a leadership role, and in doing that, I try to do this first step. And so, when I'm thinking about people in the field of behavioral sciences and services, what is the core purpose? What's the purpose underlying your careers? What's the purpose underlying all that we do in the name of our career? I mean, there are a lot of dimensions to it, a lot of things that we do, but what's the fundamental purpose? And I say it's to help people, that we're all about helping people, especially people in need. Now, this purpose tends to get erased out of a person's speaking in graduate school because it doesn't have a lot of validity in graduate school. You ask people in graduate school why they want to be behavior analysts, and they give you a variety of reasons. They rarely say because they want to help people. They say they want to be a professor, they want to be an academic, they want to be a researcher, they want to be a scientist, they want to be a clinician, they want to run a business. But they don't say they want to help people. Why do they want to do all those things? What are all those things about? And if you really boil them down, it's all about helping people. Even people that run rats and pigeons, they're about helping people. I mean, you really think people that run rats and pigeons are running rats and pigeons because they're so absolutely fascinated by the behavior of rats and pigeons? I mean, they may indeed be fascinated by the behavior of rats and pigeons, but that's not why they're doing it. They're doing it so they can identify patterns of behavior that can ultimately be encoded into behavioral principles and behavioral concepts that can be deployed into the service of helping people. So the people that run rats and pigeons are every bit as much involved in helping people as people that are sitting right in front of somebody and helping them in real time. We're all about helping people. This is a talk on leadership. And so I'm asserting that what we're all about is helping people, and you're processing that for the most part on an intellectual level. And there isn't a lot of power there if it just stays on an intellectual level. If a leader only employs stuff at an intellectual level, then all they're really using to get people to transform their verbal behavior into action is their status as boss. But a leader really wants to motivate people to transform what the leader says into action because they want to translate it into action. And the intellectual stuff often won't do it. You sort of have to activate people's emotions and get them to feel like doing it.
Who here is a leader in an organization? In some capacity. Okay, about half. There's a certain thing where if you just engage in content marketing, you will bring the people in. Just give value and ask for nothing in return. Just like karma. Provide value to the audience and ask for nothing in return, and then people will come, hopefully. Happens in New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, but I don't know about here, we'll see. Facebook. So this is Denise O'Reilly, and when I think about it, she just decided to put on her personal Facebook that she's wearing the shirt and became a brand ambassador, and then started just engaging with people, her friends, that way. So nobody forced her, nobody made it mandatory, but I think if you create a vision that's bigger than the company and a vision that's bigger than just serving learners, something that's about very big, like spreading the science and changing the landscape of the world with science, people buy into it. So it's got to be a bigger why for this. These are just suggestions. Again, take it or leave it, like Dr. Friman said, maybe with a grain of salt. All I know is it's working for us, and I feel like it's irresponsible if I don't share these things. Again, free content. Oh, it's like 10 bucks to get in here, right? 20 bucks. We also donate all the proceeds from this to the Skinner Foundation, so you guys just know that everything you're putting in there is going to go to Yeah, let's give it a hand. Every single dime goes to the students to be able to, so Julie Vargas can, and Dr. Ernest Vargas can make these PDFs available and hardcover books and mail them to the students, which is cool.